Right behind the podium there, sir. All right. And Brendan, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Brendan Harold Holliker,
All right. So, Brandon, you're here on a couple of new charges. There's going to be one count of possessing a dangerous drug for sale, Class 2 felony, and one count of criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor. Now, on those charges, you will have the assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to take place in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court Complex inside the South Court Tower. Now, those hearings are going to start next week. The first one, it's your status conference on Thursday, October 10th at 8:30.
Okay.
The next day, you have an evidentiary hearing, and that's Friday, October the 11th at 1:30. And then the following Monday, you have a preliminary hearing, and that's October 14th at 8:30. And your lawyer will be there to assist you at all of those.
Okay.
Now, at the present time, Brandon, you are not eligible to be released. Not at this type of a jail hearing, at least.
Okay.
And the reason why is you did pick up a new felony charge while you were already on release in another felony case, and that's the felony unlawful flight case out of Pinal. So under Arizona law, I cannot offer you bail at this point in time. The only judge, Brandon, that has the authority to tell you if you can be released and under what conditions is the one next Friday at your evidentiary hearing. That truly is the only judge at this point in time that controls your release or not.
Okay.
So when you and your judge see that, or when you and your lawyer see that judge next week, you'll find out about your release.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me? All right, Brandon, thank you for your patience with us, and if you would please grab your paperwork on the way out. All right, Roy Hernandez, and then Stephen Thomas, you're going to be next. Roy, right there. All right, can you give me your name and your date of birth, please?
Roy Hernandez.
Thank you for that. Mr. Hernandez, you are here on new charges. Those charges are one count of failing to stay at the scene of an accident involving death or serious bodily injury, Class 3 felony. One count of failing to stay at the scene of an accident of a non-injury collision, that's a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of driving on a suspended, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Now, you will have the assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix, Superior Court, South Court Tower. Those hearings are going to start on, we got the wrong court dates on this. These court dates should be, if I'm right, Monday, October, I think it's going to be the 14th and the 16th. Listen, hold on for a second. Oh, the 10th and the 14th. 10th and the 14th? Okay. All right. So add those, the 10th and the 14th. All right. So your first hearing is going to be downtown Phoenix, Superior Court, South Court Tower, and that's going to be Thursday, October the 10th, 8:30. And then you go back again for a preliminary hearing in the same courtroom on Monday, October 14th at 8:30. So the 10th and 14th. Bail's been set at $30,000. It is cash-only bail. If you are able to make your bail and get released, don't miss court. You do risk losing your $30,000 and picking up a failure to appear. Do not have any contact with any victim or next of kin. Don't contact any witness. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Don't drive without a valid driver's license. And do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. Oh, okay. It's not showing on my screen, but it is on it's on the release order. Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can I have your name and your date of birth?
Stephen Thomas.
Thank you, sir, and good evening to you. So you are here on a new charge, one count of aggravated assault involving a deadly weapon or a dangerous instrument. It's a Class 3 felony. Now, you will have the assistance of a I haven't even gotten through what I tell you. Make a deal with you, though. If you have questions, you certainly can ask them. But let me get through what I need to tell you first, okay? So that's your charge. You will have the assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court. Your courtroom's at the South Court Tower, and there's two court dates. The first one is going to be Thursday, October 10th, 8:30 a.m., and then back again on Monday, October 14th at 8:30. Your lawyer will be there to assist you. Your bail's been set at $25,000. It is secured. It will allow you to work with a bail bonding company. If you do post your bond, you would be supervised for pretrial services with an ankle monitor.
You said 25,000.
25,000. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. Have no contact or physical contact with any alleged victim or witness. Don't possess weapons or drugs, and make sure you make your court date so you don't risk losing your bail money if you do bond out. All right, Mr. Thomas, I'll make good on my deal. Now it's your turn.
All right, my first question was, I raised my hand, was, I thought it was a Class 4 felony.
No, it's actually Class 3 felony. Sometimes the level of offenses, when it gets written down on the paperwork or entered in the computer, they can be wrong. I get the ability to make sure it's the right level of felony. Okay. So it is a Class 3. That charge is a Class 3.
And I also wanted to ask about vet court.
About what?
Vet court. I'm a veteran.
Oh, yeah. Veterans court, that's a post-adjudication court. So you're still going to have to make your court dates at this point in time. Pre-adjudication, you can talk to your lawyer about veterans court and what that means and if you're eligible for that. But ask your lawyer about that, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Dolores Proctor, you're next. After Dolores, it'll be Johnny Flowers. All right, Ms. Proctor, good evening to you. Can I have you tell me your name and your date of birth?
Dolores Proctor.
Thank you. All right, so Ms. Proctor, you're here on new charges. Those charges are 1 count of aggravated assault involving a deadly weapon or a dangerous instrument, Class 3 felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct with a weapon, Class 6 felony, and 1 count of threatening or intimidating, and that's a Class 1 misdemeanor. Now, you will be defended by a court-appointed lawyer. Your court hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court at the South Court Tower, and your hearing dates are going to start next Thursday, October 10th at 8:30, and Monday, October 14th at 8:30. Your bail is set at $25,000. It is secured. It will allow you to work with a bail bonding company. Now, if you post your bail and you get released from jail, it would be with an ankle monitor, and you would be supervised through pretrial services. Now, at the present time, because you do reside with an alleged victim, I am going to order that you not return to the scene and find a temporary place to live, at least until your judge says it's okay to go back. Now, because I am displacing you from your residence, I will let you go back at least 1 time to get anything essential out that you need for your day-to-day life, things like clothing, toiletry items. If you've left a cell phone or a laptop computer that you may need, those kind of things you can go back and get. But you would need to have an escort by a police officer in and out of the house, and that's to make sure that nothing happens while you're getting your stuff. Now, you have to make those arrangements in advance by calling the non-emergency telephone for the police department, and they'll schedule with you an appointment for you to go back and get that stuff out. Now, if for whatever reason you were to go back to the property without that police officer, you could get arrested for violating a court order, and I do not, Dolores, want to see you pick up a new charge, okay? No contact with the victim. Don't possess weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Make sure that if an order of protection is taken out against you, that you obey it. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes.
Okay. What are those questions?
Could you explain the bond?
Yep. So it's $25,000. It can be posted in cash if you want to post the $25,000 in cash. Or if you don't have that money, you could call a bail bonding company. Bail bonding companies are private businesses that are in the business of getting people out of jail that don't have the full amount of money. Now, those telephone numbers are on a sheet of paper back at the court desk in the other room. They can give you that, and you can call those from the telephones. What you do is you tell them what your bail is. You say it's $25,000, and then they'll walk you through the process of what you have to do in order for them to post your bail.
Can I ask you a question again about the bail?
Yes.
Maybe I didn't make myself clear. I don't know how much $25,000 is, because in Illinois, where I'm from, if your bond is $25,000, it's $2,500.
You have to call those bail bonding companies and go through that. I don't work for those bail bonding companies.
I don't understand if it's $2,000 I need or if it's $25,000.
They'll let you know.
You can't tell me?
Nope, I don't work for those companies, and I'm
No,
not going to tell you.
I mean, to get out of jail, do I have to put up $2,000 or $25,000? Which I'm not sure if it's 10% of the bond that you're saying, or if that's 10%. I don't know.
So that question, Dolores, let me answer that question. The people who have that information are the people who work for the bail bonding companies. You need to ask the bail bonding companies that question. I am not going to interfere.
I'm not calling no bail bonding company.
Okay, then.
Why would I call a bail bonding company?
Well, you don't have to.
I'm not.
The entire $25,000.
So could you tell me?
The entire $25,000 has to be on deposit for you to be released.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Right there, right in the middle. All right, so, Mr. Flowers, good evening to you. Can I have you tell me your name and your date of birth?
John D. Flowers.
So, Mr. Flowers, you're here on new charges: burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felony, aggravated assault against law enforcement, Class 5 felony, and 1 count of threatening or intimidating, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Now it's a Class 6 felony. So you will have assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be downtown Phoenix, Superior Court. Your courtroom's located at the South Court Tower, and those court dates are going to be next Thursday, October 10th at 8:30, and Monday, October 14th at 8:30. Now, your lawyer will be at that courtroom ready to assist you. Your bail's been set at $1,500. It is secured, and you can use the assistance of a bail bonding company. Now, if you post your bail and you get released, don't miss court because you do risk losing your bail money. Don't have any contact or physical contact with any alleged victim or witness. Don't possess weapons. Don't possess drugs without a prescription. Don't drive without a license. And do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. And your paperwork's there in the hands of the officer. Joseph, good morning, or good evening. Name and date of birth for you.
Joseph Flores,
All right, thank you. Joseph, we're going to talk about 2 separate cases. The first case we're going to talk about are the 2 new charges you just got arrested on today. They're domestic-related charges, and there's disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. Now, you will have the assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be at the El Mirage Municipal Court. The address and telephone number I put on your paperwork so you know where to go. And that hearing is going to be on October 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a Tuesday. Now, your bond on that is $1,000. It will be secured to allow you to work with the bail company. Do not return to the scene of the alleged offenses. Do not have any contact with any victim or witness. Do not possess weapons, alcohol, or drugs. Make sure you obey any order of protection that's been taken out against you.
all right.
Now, Joseph, you're also on probation.
Yeah.
And anytime you pick up a new charge while you're on probation, it is an alleged violation. So you will have to see your probation judge. Now, that hearing is actually going to be next Friday, October the 11th, 8:30 in the morning. And that one's in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court down in the basement of the Central Court building. You will have a court-appointed lawyer in that courtroom waiting to help you out also, and your bail is $200 on your probation case. So the total amount of your bail is $1,200. You are eligible to use a bail bonding company if you need that help. Now, if you bond out, call your probation officer within the first 3 days of leaving jail so you don't get violated for not letting him know that you've been released from custody, okay?
Yeah, I got a question for you. I don't understand because I'm the one that he's the one that started the fight with me. I'm the one that got assaulted first. Because he told me get out of the house.
Remember your right to remain silent, okay? So right now, telling me about the facts, I don't have a problem listening to it, but you're doing it at your own risk because what you're telling me about the facts of the case, everything's getting recorded, and the prosecutors who are going to be prosecuting you can listen to these recordings and take your statements and use them against you. So you've got the right not to tell me anything at all. If
All
you
right.
want to talk, you're doing it at your own risk. I'm not here, just to let you know, to give you some context, I'm not here to find you guilty or not guilty. In fact, at this point in time, you're presumed not guilty. It's going to be the state's burden to prove these charges against you. You have a lawyer that's going to be defending you, and that lawyer will know exactly how to take the information that you provide your lawyer and use it to your best advantage, okay?
All right.
I'm not your lawyer, but you can tell your lawyer all about this case, and your lawyer will know exactly how to help you and at what particular hearing to help you. And that just gives you context. But Joseph, if you want to tell me about the facts, I'm just going to tell you, you're doing it at your own risk, okay? Do you still want to tell me about it, or do you want to exercise your right to remain silent?
Right to remain silence.
Okay, all right. Talk to your lawyer, okay, Joseph? That's the person who's going to be able to help you out.
Well, do you know if I will be getting released?
If you post your bail, you will get released. As soon as that bail is posted, you will get released.
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, Alicia Slager, and then Marley Gibbs. All right. Alicia, may I have your name and your date of birth?
Alicia May Slager.
All right, so you're here on one new charge. It's criminal trespassing of a residence, Class 6 felony. You will have a court-appointed lawyer to defend you. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix Superior Court, and those court dates are going to be on Thursday, October 10th at 8:30, and Monday, October 14th at 8:30.
Yes.
Your lawyer will be there to help you. Your bail is $500, and you can use a bail bonding company.
Yes.
If you post your bail, don't return to the scene.
Yes.
No contact with any victim or witness.
Okay.
No weapons.
Yes.
And no drugs.
All right, thank you.
Questions?
No.
Thank you, ma'am. And that's the paperwork right there. Marley Gibbs, and then Matthew. Mr. Gibbs, good morning.
Morning.
Can I have your name and your date of birth?
Marley Evan Gibbs.
And when were you born, Marley? Thank you, sir. You're here on new charges, criminal damage, Class 6 felony, and obstruction for refusing to give your name to the law enforcement officers. That's a Class 2 misdemeanor. Now, Marley, you will be defended by a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court Complex. Your courtroom's in the South Court Tower, and those court dates are going to be on Monday, October 21st at 8:30, and Wednesday, October 23rd at 8:30. So the 21st and the 23rd, your lawyer will be there to assist you. I'm releasing you into the supervision of pretrial services, so there is no bail to pay. You are getting released. You will have to check into pretrial services, and there is a telephone number on the first page of your paperwork about halfway down. It's right in the middle. It's very easy to find. Check in with them Monday or Tuesday of next week, okay? If you don't check in with them, they're going to let your judge know, and your judge has the authority to take you back into custody, okay?
Great, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Right.
Don't return to the scene. No contact with any victims or witnesses. All right?
All right.
Thank you. Matthew, and then Amber Blake. Matthew, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you so much.
Good.
All right, name and date of birth, sir.
My name is Matthew David Meharry. Date of
All right, so new charges, 2 counts of aggravated assault against law enforcement. Those are Class 5 felonies. You'll have the assistance of a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix at the Superior Court Complex. Your courtroom is located in the South Court Tower, and those hearings are going to start on Monday, October the 21st at 8:30, and Wednesday, October 23rd at 8:30. Your lawyer will be in that courtroom ready to serve you, and I'm releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. There is no bail to pay. You are getting out. You just need to make sure you attend those court hearings. The other thing is you do have to check in with pretrial services, and there's a telephone number on the first page of your paperwork about halfway down right in the middle of the page. They don't work on weekends. They just work regular business hours. So call them Monday or Tuesday of next week.
Monday or Tuesday?
Yep, Monday or
Thank you.
Tuesday of next week, check in. No contact with the victim arresting officers, no weapons, no drugs, and just make sure you make your court date, sir.
Well, I thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Grab your paperwork. Amber? And then Marion Owens? Amber, good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
All right, good. Name and date of birth, ma'am.
Amber Blake, February.
Thank you. All right, so you're here on a warrant, and this was issued out of the Arrowhead Justice Court. It's what we call an initial arrest warrant. And a lot of people think when they're here on a warrant, they missed a court date or something like that. That's not the case. This is your first court appearance. They just decided to serve you through an arrest warrant, so I'm here to tell you about your charges. There's one count of assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, one count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and then another count of assault as a Class 2 misdemeanor. So 3 charges. These are identified, I believe, as domestic charges. Let me just double check. Oh, it doesn't say whether it is or not. I can't tell you if it's domestic related or not. I'm still going to give you a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearing is going to be on October 22nd. It's a Tuesday, 2 p.m. at the Arrowhead Justice Court. The address, telephone number is on your paperwork, so you know where to go, how to get in touch with them, and when to be there. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. It is your promise to appear. No contact with any victim. Don't possess weapons or drugs. And make sure you make your court date so you don't pick up any warrants.
Okay.
Questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Grab
you.
your paperwork. All right, Marion Owens and then Shauna. All right, Marion, good evening.
How you doing?
Would you please tell me your name and your date of birth?
Marion Owens.
All right, so you are here, Mr. Owens, on what we call a direct complaint warrant. What that means is the state has decided that it is going to prosecute you for one count of either racing or exhibition of speed. It's a Class 6 felony, and that offense allegedly occurred February 4th of this year, 2024. Now, you will have a court-appointed lawyer. Your hearings are going to be in downtown Phoenix Superior Court in the South Court Tower. And those hearings are going to be Monday, October 21st at 8:30, and Wednesday, October 23rd at 8:30. So the 21st and the 23rd. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. It is your promise to voluntarily attend all of your court hearings, so don't miss any. Don't drive without a license. Don't possess any drugs without a valid prescription. And do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I do have one question.
Uh-huh.
So the driving without a license, I got my license back.
I'm not charging you with driving without a license.
Okay.
Charging with racing and exhibition of speed.
Okay.
It's a Class 6 felony. I'm just telling you, don't drive without a valid driver's license. If you have a valid driver's license, phenomenal. If you don't have a driver's license, or if it's been suspended, canceled, or revoked, don't get behind the wheel of a car.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Shauna, and then Ruben. Shauna, good evening to you.
Hi.
Can I have your name and your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. Shauna Lostmo.
All right. Thank you so much. So
May I
you
make
were-
a statement of consideration before you begin?
Let me tell you exactly what I need to tell you first. If you have any questions or you want to make a statement, I promise I will make a deal with you and let you make any statement you want to make, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you are here on a new charge. You were arrested for one count of aggravated assault for having a victim who was either bound, restrained, or substantially impaired from protecting themselves. That's a Class 6 felony. Based on the information that I reviewed from the police, I did not find probable cause on that charge. So, you are getting released. I have court dates for you because the state still may charge you with something, okay? Because you still have an ability to get charged with some type of an offense, I will make sure that you have a lawyer.
Thank you.
There are court dates coming up for you. If they do file charges, those court dates will be Monday, October 21st at 8:30, and Wednesday, October 23rd at 8:30. So how do you know if you need to go to court or not? Here's how. There's a telephone number on your paperwork. It's for criminal court administration. It's right on the middle of your page, or basically you're towards the bottom of the first page. Call that number a couple of days before the 21st. The person that picks up that phone will be able to tell you whether you need to attend any court hearings or not, and when you need to attend and where you need to attend, okay? But for right now, I did not find probable cause on that charge. You are getting released.
So does
Now-
that mean, as of right now, that that charge is dismissed?
As of right now, there is no charge
With
against you.
precedent, okay.
Yeah.
And
as
I
of
don't
right-
have to pay any bail or anything?
No, you're just absolutely getting released. There are no release conditions
This
other
is my
than
first
me.
time doing this, so I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's all good questions. and I don't want to see you end up back here for not understanding something later on. There's still an opportunity that you could get charged with something.
Okay.
And if that were to occur, you would need to call that number, like I said, a couple of days before the 21st, and ask the person that answers the phone, do I need to show up at a court hearing or not? And they'll let you know. Just don't not show up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
at the present time, what they charged you with, I didn't find that what they described to me rose to that offense.
Thank you.
All right. Now, with that said, do you want to make any statements?
No.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Grab your paperwork on the way out. You get page 2?
You did.
You did? Yeah. Can we add the page 2? Yeah, he's on the 2. We can move him. If he's got page 2, let's move him back. All right. Ruben, name and date of birth for you. Full name.
Ruben Abel Dominguez.
All right. So, Ruben, you got charged with 1 count of misdemeanor violating a court order. At this present time, I'm finding no probable cause on that charge. And the reason why is because I'm not saying that you didn't violate a court order, but they charged you under the wrong statute. So at this point in time, I can't find probable cause the way that the offense was charged, which means that you are getting released. Now, because the state still has time to file a charge against you, I'm going to make sure that you have a court-appointed lawyer, and I'm going to tell you you have a court date coming up in El Mirage Municipal Court on Tuesday, October 22nd at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, there's a telephone number for that El Mirage Court on your paperwork. I want you to call that number at least a day or two before that court date. That person that answers that phone will let you know if they have filed any charges against you and if you need to show up or not, okay? But if they filed charges against you and you just don't show up, you're going to get a failure to appear. So it's your responsibility to call that court and find out or not, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right. Grab your paperwork. You're out of here.